Hello everyone, welcome to Starlight Reality Channel. Please feel at home as you learn more interesting information about your favorite celebrities. In today's video, we will discuss the famous American R&B star Usher Raymond. Usher's performance during the halftime show of the NFL Super Bowl 58 on Sunday, February 11, 2024, at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas was a spectacle to behold. The Grammy-winning artist brought some of his biggest hits to the stage, captivating the audience with a career-spanning performance that left a lasting impression. If anyone has the right to sit on a throne in the middle of Las Vegas, it's Usher. The king of R&B has earned his crown as an ambassador of near-peerless showmanship, luscious escapism and a good time. He's an old-school performer, the kind to give and give, to one-up himself on a ceaseless quest to entertain. And so, the 45-year-old resident star of Vegas, respectfully acknowledging Adele, took center stage for the Super Bowl halftime show. This accomplishment was a deliberate homage to his 30-year career, bedecked in a regal white suit, surrounded by circus performers, flawlessly executing his performance with precision and grace. Let's touch down. The 15-minute show, an extra 2 on the normal runtime, to account for his vast catalog, was a frenetic and daring, if at times chaotic and uncharacteristically wobbly, display of showmanship from a performer who has no reason to prove his bona fides but went for it nonetheless. His mic was live, dance moves locked and loaded, and, at one point, roller skates on. Ever the audience pleaser and libido disruptor, the show opened with a mock U rating from Apple Music. For risk of gyrating that may cause relationship issues, Usher turned the football field into a cornucopia of dance gymnastics and nearly sprinted through a nostalgia tour of hits. This was to be the climax of the Usher Renaissance, his strenuous efforts to turn the country on, and back to R&B, with his new album Coming Home, released just 2 days before this legacy-cementing show. Usher seemed at times to feel the weight of the moment, particularly in the first half. Hustling for the mark, drenched in sweat, letting the backing track take a few notes, one could detect the flurry of nerves. The songs barely had time to land, let alone deliver the type of ecstatic, carnal punch that is Usher's mark. Opener caught up backflipped into You Don't Have to Call into Superstar into Love in This Club, in what felt like the blink of an eye. Perhaps it was because attempting to keep eyes on the singer amid the cacophonous choreography and tracking camera made time fly. But Usher is, by now, a statesman in the art of big tent performance. If he seemed to struggle at times to keep up with his own blistering pace, he also never missed a note, his voice as velvety and limber as ever, the rococo turns of his falsetto intact. Not that there were many opportunities to sit with it, for better and at times for worse, the heavy lift of this task was spread to many hands and a 14-song setlist trying to do too much. Alicia, resplendent in a red cape and leotard, brought the show to a much-needed simmer with If I Ain't Got You and overpowered Usher on My Boo. Jermaine Dupri hyped up a kneecapped version of Confession Part 2, to be fair, anything less than the whole song would disappoint. Her slayed on electric guitar for Bad Girl and You Got It Bad. will.i.am provided the backbone for OMG, while everyone else was on wheels. Allegiant Stadium holds approximately 65,000 people, but in that instant, there were only 2. It was one of the quietest sequences in halftime history, a remarkable testament to the gifts of Usher, a performer of precise detail who is enjoyed best with rapt attention. Most of the rest of the performance, which touched on more than a dozen songs, was grander in scale, designed to fill a football field, a small bore, granular gestured showcase gave way to an explosive party. But what this set did so well was make plain that Usher's commitment to minutiae and his capacity for grandeur are fired in the same cauldron. He can control the stage when it is packed to the gills, and he can do it alone. Before the show, Usher promised 2 things, to take off his shirt and to involve roller skates. The former, to burn, was titillating, giddy, fun, the latter, to OMG, was at turns thrilling, backup dancers skating into splits. Sick and stressful, Usher seemed one half-glide from disaster. The wheel-slicked choreography with a noticeably off-balance star, cut with an in-crowd Lil Jon singing Turn Down for What into a shaky cam, made me nostalgic for Rihanna's relaxed yet commanding takes last year, her lack of interest in choreography cooling the show's usually blisteringly ferocious pace. And yet there's strength in numbers, the full-on roster of songs, the dancers, the collaborators, the nostalgia, the hype, the skills. The show ended with a triumphant run-through of the radio Super Smash Yeah! With Lil Jon and Ludacris, decked out in black and blue gladiatorial gear, Usher in a sparkly padded suit, as if prepping for a final legacy battle. Altogether, as if the Avengers of mid-2000s dance party ubiquity, complete with a family-friendly, still bumping mix of Lil Jon's Get Low, the mood was a final exclamation point of charisma. You could see the stage literally bouncing. Victorious, Usher delivered a gleaming smile and put a final melismatic note on the indisputable, "We asked to be entertained," and he has, for going on 30 years now, always delivered. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel for such amazing content.